My name is Karen Nannery, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about Mojave Unified School District, where I attended one of their school board meetings. Mojave Unified is located in Mojave, California, but covers both Mojave as well as California City, grades TK through 12. If you're not familiar with what TK is, it's transitional kindergarten. It's for 4-year-olds who didn't quite make the age cutoff for kinder. Mojave Unified includes 6 schools: Mojave Elementary School, grades TK through 6, Mojave Junior Senior High School, grades 7 through 12, Robert P. Ulrich Elementary, grades TK through 2nd, Hacienda Elementary, grades 3 through 5, California City Middle School, grades 6 through 8, and California City High School, grades 9 through 12. The school board president is Mr. Walpole, and there are 4 elected members and 2 student advocates, one from each of the high schools. They meet once a month, and they alternate their meetings between Mojave and California City. They're required to address existing litigation and have a conference with legal counsel, discuss student personnel issues, which includes expulsions. This month, the report, there was 0. They have a conference with the labor negotiator and discuss public employee discipline, dismissal, release. All of this is done in closed session. Also discussed in closed session are volunteer applications, salary issues, transfer requests, and fundraising requests. The fundraising requests mainly come from the schools, such as the senior class requesting to do fundraisers at the school carnival for Halloween. In the open session, which is open to the public, they allow business from the floor before allowing board members to comment. They have to address the staff reports and consider other items for future board meetings. The meeting itself is very formal. It's called to order. There's an invocation offered. The Pledge of Allegiance is recited, and the roll call is taken. And roll call in board meetings is just as it is in class. You're either excused or unexcused. The president and the board then move into closed session to discuss items that are on the closed session agenda. That agenda is made public. It's made available. You get a copy of it when you walk in the door. And then once they're done in closed session, they come back out and sit in a forum to discuss the open agenda. The school board sits in a semicircle with the president on one end, the board members and the superintendent and his secretary in the center, and then the student advocates on the other end. Anyone who wishes to attend can do so, and the audience sits in the center. There is a podium off to the side for people who wish to address the board in open session when they allow the public business from the floor. My general impression is that there are quite a bit of closed session items, and they spend quite a bit of time on those. The session that was open to the public actually went quite quickly. The members were able to speak about anything they deemed important, and I was surprised that one of the members actually mentioned that he had been approached by service clubs within our local community regarding scholarships that are available to students, but no one has been taking advantage of them. Last year, a $500 scholarship went unclaimed because nobody applied for it. It's something that the counselor just didn't mention to the kids. He wanted to make sure that administrators and staff in the audience were aware that those opportunities are available to our students, and they should definitely be utilized. Some of the agenda items that were interesting were the student advocate from California City High School offered a report about the school and how they're doing. They were just getting ready for their Halloween carnival. They had just finished homecoming. The football team's doing very well. And he also gave a report about how the volleyball team was doing. And at the time of the meeting, which was October 19th, they were in the middle of CIF playoffs. But this past Wednesday, November 15th, they played in the state championship against Mammoth and they won. And tomorrow they will be traveling to Los Angeles to play in the round 2 of the state playoffs. We have 2 athletes on that volleyball team that are ranked amongst the best in the state. Not too shabby for a small town. We're very proud of them. The other thing that was interesting was the quarterly recap of the LCAP. It was offered via a slideshow to show where the Mojave Unified School District stands. Overall, the scores are up slightly, but they're still not meeting the expectations of the school board. And so they discussed meeting to how to bring those scores up, and they will revisit that item in the future. The items that occurred or were discussed in the board meeting that relate to this class correlates with Chapter 1, where it discusses multiple roles of teachers, which can make teaching challenging. We see a lot of teachers that hold dual roles, such as teacher and coach, or teacher and student advisor. In this case, there was a teacher who approached the school board. She spoke in the open forum to invite school board members to a third grade science day at Mojave Elementary. She had organized for several companies from the Mojave Airport to come out to the school and participate in small demonstrations. And it was of their choosing, but it had to be science related, and it had to be hands-on for the kids, and get the kids and get their parents involved. Also correlates with Chapter 6, the monitoring of student progress. This was demonstrated by the quarterly LCAP testing overview. The district constantly monitors the test scores and discusses ways to raise those scores. And also Chapter 7, the governance and finance, what school boards do. The assignment to attend a school board meeting was an excellent example. They govern over the schools, deciding on disciplinary actions. They oversee the budget and the finance, employee payroll, et cetera, et cetera. The school board also oversees the curriculum, as earlier demonstrated. They monitor student progress through the LCAP testing. And that's the recap for the Mojave Unified School District School Board meeting. Thanks for listening.